And this is going to be a story that we will be tracking up until the point of the election. Its impact will be not only felt in Washington, but really across the nation.
We are joined now by David Doolio. He's a professor of political science at Oakland University. David, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We spoke on Friday about the possibility that this could happen. Now that it has, what are your thoughts about Biden's decision not to seek re-election?
Well, I think you all used some great words in your open at the top of the newscast, seismic and historic. I think this is a political earthquake that has hit us the third in about the last month, with first the debate that really started this whole process of moving President Biden out of the top spot on the ticket, and then of course the Trump assassination attempt, and now President Biden exiting the race. I think that, you know, the factors that are really important here are the proximity to the general election, but also, as you've been covering, the Democratic National Convention.
And how much weight does the president's endorsement of Harris carry ahead of that convention?
Well, I think it's huge, and I think we saw its impact today, where right after President Biden endorsed his vice president, we saw many other Democrats, including Debbie Dingell, who threw her support behind Kamala Harris, other members of the Michigan congressional delegation, and folks from really around the country who are starting to sort of fall in line behind Vice President Harris.
We've already heard a lot of talk about running mates with Harris as a nominee. How much does the VP pick even matter to voters?
Not that much, but still, I think it's something that gets a lot of attention, and in such a close election could really have an impact. I think you're going to see Kamala Harris, should she go on to be the presidential pick, I think she picks somebody from the Midwest.
And a lot of things in consideration at this point, but how difficult do you think it's going to be for a Democratic nominee to launch a general election campaign under these types of circumstances?
Yeah, it's tough, but let's not forget that the Biden-Harris campaign has infrastructure, it has staff. I think all of that will pretty seamlessly transition over from Biden at the top of the ticket to Harris, and they've been successful in fundraising. That will carry over. So I think it's not going to be too tough, but the vice president's got a lot of work to do to make sure that she defines herself for the American people. Even though she's been the sitting vice president for almost 4 years, she's got to reintroduce herself to the public.
I want to pick up on something you just said, that Harris should choose someone from the Midwest, perhaps our governor, Governor Whitmer.
It could be. I think that there's going to be a lot of discussion between the Harris campaign and a few folks here in the Midwest. Another name to keep an eye out for is Governor Shapiro in Pennsylvania. And I think somebody from the Midwest, because it's absolutely critical in the Electoral College math for Democrats to win Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. So we are going to be the focus for the next 4 months.
All right, David, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate your time, and we're sure that we will be talking to you lots more in the weeks ahead.
Thank you.
And be sure to stay with Local 4 as we continue to follow the latest developments and overnight reaction tomorrow on